Chapter 19. Wrong. Formula. Taewang's POV. How dare she? I slammed the door of the car, trying to consume the anger, but it is increasing every second. I want to sit in front of her, I want to look at her lips when they will be apart because of the pen and look at her furrowed eyebrows when she will be stuck at a point. I intentionally gave her more work because I wanted to compensate for every second that worthless tutor spent with her. I wanted to be the one to teach her from the start, to tell her every concept. Obviously, my knowledge is better than that tutor, not just because I was taught by the only family whose lineage teaches us and only us, but also because I am revising it daily in every meeting, while making every decision of the company. I wanted to give my every cent of knowledge to my baby, but her fear for me and my short temper forced me to appoint someone to teach her. The thought itself made my blood boil. I wanted to bury every person who is eligible for that job alive until Jinwoo decided to put his damn short nose in the matter and select the tutor all by himself. I would have chosen someone old, but he appointed a young one. Good that he warned him properly, otherwise, I also don't know what I would have done to him. He was lucky I don't know who he is because if no I would have ripped him apart the moment he stepped onto my property. But after all this, I am still here, away from my baby just because of this damn anger. I know if I stay there even a second more, I would have burst out at her. How dare her to make my every sacrifice worthless? How dare her to not take my possessiveness seriously? She has no idea how hard it was for me to stay in the office and not barge into the library with the full knowledge of her sitting with another man. She doesn't know how the beast inside me was thirsty for his blood and to stop her education that very instant. If she had knowledge of this, she wouldn't have taken it for granted, zoning out in the middle of the lectures. My gaze darkens, realizing what is more important for her than studies. What she would be thinking when I was boiling with rage and possessiveness. You shouldn't have done that, baby, now see what you are forcing me to do. I smirk at my own thought as I start the car, knowing who exactly is responsible for this situation, where I should go to calm my beast. I turned the doorknob, letting the light invade the darkness just for a few seconds. Looking at the room filled with black fog, which is not visible because of the light, I found it empty. A smirk invaded my emotionless face. A smirk, which is worse than my blankness. The guards beside me shivered with the thought of what I could do with the victim inside. Knowing where I will find him, I stepped inside the room as the door was closed instantly. Taking a deep breath, I enjoyed the salty and metallic smell of sweat and blood, and that too from my favorite victim. The only smell that calms the beast inside me after the sweet and addicting fragrance of my baby. A smile came on my lips just by remembering her. Damn, I am already missing her, but it's not worse as this room has her presence. Even at that time, she was scared, and all this room has is her cries and sobs, still it's enough for me. Just like this house, she also broke the curse of this room by being the first person to see light after I threw them into this endless darkness. And she will be the last one. I opened my eyes, agreeing with every word my evil mind just uttered. Yes, I allowed her to see the light again, as she is my light, she is the one who will be light in my dark world. But rules can't be molded for everyone. She is special, she is our queen, she is my strength, not weakness. She won't melt me, but will be the reason I will walk out of that burning path. She will change my perspective on love, she has to, because if she won't, then she will see my worst side. I smirk to think how naive my baby is, she didn't even know who the next victim of this room is. That I won't ever have mercy on him. I took a step, letting the echo of the room make him notice my presence, to let him shiver from fear. Every small step I will take, I want him to pray that I will never reach to him. The sounds of the footsteps going towards him should make his heart thump louder than ever. I always enjoy when my prey beg for mercy, for their life, that is so satisfying. But his case is different, it won't just give me satisfaction, his cries and pleas will provide my heart peace. It will be the water on the fire my baby ignited inside me. But my steps abruptly stop as the smirk on my lips wipes away. My hands balled looking at him in front of me, closing his eyes and smiling widely, unlike others who cry in front of me. My blood boils watching him so fearlessly smiling in my cage. But soon I smirk again. You are a better player than I expected. Well, this will be more entertaining than I thought. After so long, I found someone worth competing, and the fact that he is my mortal enemy is adding more spice to the game. Dreaming about freedom, loser, I said, making him look at me. My smirk widened, seeing fear in his eyes for a split second before he covered it. Trying to be strong, I see. But sadly, it won't bring anything but pain. I will break him slowly, making him feel so much pain that he never imagined in his life. Which you will never have. I towered over his sitting figure, while faint light from the side, which he is blessed with because of my presence, must be giving me a non-human look. Maybe devil, well that's what I am for him. The devil, who is sucking his life slowly, who will make him beg for his death. But soon my smirk disappeared when his smile appeared. He is glaring at my burning eyes, my fist formed instantly, looking at his audacity. He is going to regret it. I will make sure to enjoy his broken courage next time I come here. My body is shivering because of the anger boiling inside me, while I am controlling myself because if I snap right now, I will end up killing him, and it's the last thing I want. I want him to curse his life for colliding with me. I want him to be scared of me for snatching his life, just like I was afraid he will snatch my life, my blessing, my Yun from me. I was dreaming about your failure. How Yun will kick you out of her life. How your hope of her loving you will die. He said in a mocking tone. Moving a bit back, he tried to stand up, only for me to kick his chest. His painful groan provided me peace as I walked towards him and kept my foot on his left rib, crushing his heart beneath my foot. You had a pretty big mouth, but your mind is of another level, I must say. I glared at him, putting more pressure on his chest. But there is a speciality of dreams, they can't become reality. But mine will. His words are acting as fuel for the fire inside me. I kicked him hard, only to get a laugh from his side. I think darkness is consuming his sanity. A smirk appeared on my face thinking about the clean road if he got out of my baby's life and mind. You can't hide the truth from her forever. I glare at him as he dares to continue. And the day she finds the truth, she will hate you. Stepping on his neck, I stop him completely. Looking at him with anger and pushing my foot even deeper on the throat, which dares to say, my baby will hate me. I will not let it slide this easily. He wanted to play. Fine, he will play, but the game will be mine with my rules. I smirked, satisfied as his hands wrapped around my leg, trying to remove it while I just pushed it even deeper, making him realize his place. Yes, he belongs under my feet, begging for mercy like a worthless creature. Backing away, I looked at him, sucking for oxygen desperately. His wounded face is red. I was seconds away from killing him, but this will be too easy for him. Surely, I will kill him, but first I will make him suffer. How dare he lay eyes on what's mine? Crouching down, I grip his filthy face while he is still coughing and sucking for air. Just let her love me, you have no idea how deep I will bury you. He stopped doing whatever he was doing and looked at me. Even if she accepted you fully, I will embrace death willingly. My grip tightened at hearing his confident voice. I hated to accept that he knows my queen better, and the assurance in his voice wants me to make sure she never finds out the truth in her entire life. Got scared of the challenge? Kim's never lost, I replied, clenching my jaw and chewing every word. Releasing his face harshly, I stood up to end this stupid argument. At the end, he is a normal person, what can he do? Turning around to save myself from killing him, I started proceeding towards the exit, but his words were capable of halting me. And my Yun will never let evil win. Fisting my hands to stop myself from wasting another second on him, I resumed my steps. Start counting your days, loser, I will end them soon. Are my last words before I stepped out, locking his cage again. Diverting my gaze from the door, I glared at my men guarding it. They are actually giving him the best life they can, his courage of opening mouth in front of me speaks everything on behalf of them. Being compassionate about someone, I see, I said in a dark tone. They hung their head low as my eyes darkened. If they haven't been serving me for years, they probably will be begging for death in front of me for not obeying, if not dead already. But this doesn't mean I will let it slip. I have to remind them what happens when they disobey me. It's been long, and maybe me being busy with my baby for the past few weeks has let them think they can do whatever they want. Sorry, Master, this won't happen again. One of them murmured as realization hit me hard. Now I get it exactly why my people are defying my commands. Gulping my newborn rage, I ordered. Increase the temperature of the room. They nodded instantly. I want him begging for water next time. Yes, Master. They bowed as I walked towards the place which can help me right now. Bringing out a bottle of wine, I walked towards the chair as my hold tightened with the thought of Jinwoo manipulating my men. It's not like I don't trust him, but he is involving himself in my matter more than I like, especially when he isn't standing by my side. I don't know what is happening these days. Everybody is eager to test me, first Jinwoo, then my baby, and now these guards. Well, they are not at fault exactly, but this doesn't mean I will have mercy on them. I swear the day I lose my patience, everyone will regret. Settling down, I poured myself a drink, I switched on the TV, and went to the darkroom camera, and soon a smirk formed on my face looking at the figure lying on the floor lifelessly, while his one hand is caressing his neck. I swallowed a large amount of liquid, enjoying his suffering. Hell, it is far better than torturing any of the rebels. His helplessness is feeding my beast. How much I have to control myself to not kill him, it would be too easy for him. After realizing he is the one whose thoughts keep my baby busy when I am not around, even increased in his misery. He is still a barrier in our lives, but I can't just remove it. Not now, at least. As long as he is the bait, Yun won't dare to escape from me. My hands tightened around the glass, realizing how much she loves him. I can't bear to have anybody inside her head or heart except me. And I will make sure she will be as busy mentally as she was physically, so that only she has time to think around me and only about me. I will make sure to erase everyone from her mind except me. It doesn't matter how she sees me, because if I am the villain, I can only be her hero too. I won't allow anyone to even come near her. Making a space in her conscience is another thing. Gulping another mouthful of liquid, I grabbed the remote of the TV. Why should I waste my time looking at this waste? He called for it, every pain, suffering. I asked him to back off politely, but no, he wanted to fight like a man, then so be it. He must have realized who is more man by now. But no, that doesn't mean I am going to spare him. He was dreaming of having a bright life with my baby. I will make sure he will only see darkness until his last breath. He will be surrounded by darkness most of the time, but still he will fear the light most. Because light means pain, suffering, light means me. After thinking about my queen so much, there is an urge to see her. I want her in front of me now, and that's only possible in one way. Bringing out the phone, I connected to the big screen. I quickly opened the library, knowing she wouldn't dare to do anything other than what I assigned her. At the end, she is too afraid of my punishments. Well, good for her, like this she will accept her new life. I know this won't be easy, but she has to do it either, so I am just helping her. Just once, she understands that there is no escape from me, that no matter where she runs, how far she goes, she has to end up in my arms. It will be her choice to consider my embrace her sanctuary or cage. I don't mind any of it until she is with me. The day she will accept her reality, I will show her the whole thing. She will see I didn't take her to imprison her but to make her rule everything and everyone, including me. One day, she will understand that she deserves more than what she wants. She deserves a better person than that loser. She deserves me. A smile crept on my lips, imaging her accepting me wholeheartedly and becoming my perfect wife. The thought of her waiting for me to return rather than running away from me is so peaceful. The thought only bloomed in my heart. I gulped another mouthful of wine before glancing at my baby, who is so dedicated towards her work. Cute. I thought before switching off the TV and making my way outside. How can I even think my desperate heart can be satisfied just by watching her, when I can be with her? Opening the door to have that awful smell of books and paper, I let out a deep breath before entering. I am sure I would have died from suffocation due to this useless stuff if my baby hadn't been there last time. I don't understand how can someone read something when there is not even a single picture in all those damn pages. Well, to be honest, I was shocked when I figured out my baby girl loves books. I would have never actually got to know about it if I hadn't given her that task. Well, I thought she would hate it just like me, but she disappointed me. I looked forward only to have the same view I got from the big screen. Books are all around her as she is fully engrossed in her work. I can't deny she is really a determined girl. Kim's scholarship is something the smartest student isn't able to pass, scoring the highest marks is another thing. Jun Hyung himself sets the question paper. Surely Kims are the biggest contributors to charity, but we don't give it to the undeserving ones. I am so proud, my baby girl is deserving. She isn't someone who is not serious about her future, she would have achieved so much height even when I didn't marry her. The thought clenched my heart painfully. It can never be possible for me to not find her. Her passing the scholarship of Kim's is the sign of fate that she is meant for me and only me. If not like this, we would have met some other way, but where we are right now is already confirmed. Placing the tray of food I was holding, I gained her attention as she looked at me, shocked, with fear appearing in her eyes. You are here already?" she mumbled while eyeing her work, which is most probably not half done till now. "What time it is?" I can't help but find her scared expression amusing, her attempts to not freak out are cute. I laughed as she looked down, maybe expecting me to be angry on her. "It's time for lunch, then you can continue." She looked a bit shocked as her eyes widened, she opened her mouth to say something but closed it again. I laughed, ruffling her hair. "Now shift, unless you don't want me to sit on your lap." Her eyes widened even more as she shifted. Closing her copy, she kept it beside her safely as I was shifting other books and the files which she opened for God knows why. A book was enough for me to study for a whole year, I never go for extra books a nerd would have preferred. I looked beside me. But my baby is not a nerd, she is smart. She just made one mistake, a wonderful mistake because of which I started loving her, and when I started walking on a path, returning isn't an option for me ever. I can't just tarnish the image my bloodline has built. I took the first bite of her food, wishing it is perfect. I don't want to ruin this peaceful atmosphere around the mansion now. I know I won't be like this for long, but I wanted to enjoy these moments until my anger again took over me. I closed my eyes, concentrating on the delicious taste on my mouth, trying to find any deficiency, but there isn't any. Now I am happy that I spared the life of that chef who dared to stay with my baby and talk to her. Well, he wouldn't be standing on his feet if Sam hadn't assured me about his skills. Well, he is quite good at his work. Well, no doubt he saved himself today. I turn towards my baby, who is looking at the food with sparkling eyes. Well, why not, when she is having something other than salad after a week? Her feet are already healed, only marks are left. This is such a good feeling to have her healthy and fit. I wish she didn't piss me off more often so we could become the couple she always dreamt of. Filling the spoon with food, I placed it near her lips and in another moment, it was inside her mouth. A giggle left my mouth at seeing her all flighty and energetic, it's been a long time since I saw her spark again. Bending down a little, I pecked her cheeks. Her body instantly tensed. "I missed you." I vocalized my thoughts. She gave me a weird look but didn't say anything stupid. Well, I am glad about that. Feeding my baby, just like a baby, is the best feeling. I have been busy for the past few days and stressed too. No wonder why she is so scared of me. I have to remember that not only my men but my wife is also here and she is not used to my mood swings till now. Well, I won't blame her, I know how difficult it is to adjust to a lifestyle which is so different from the one you lived your whole life. But no worries, I will help my baby. I smiled, looking at her frowning face. It's been almost an hour. She is finding the reason why her final accounts are not tallying. She checked every entry of every account, but still failed to find her fault till now. I wanted to laugh at her attempts. How can she find the mistake when I wasn't able to find one? I have been trying to find one flaw in my baby, but God created her flawlessly. She is the fairy who makes the horrible life of the protagonist into heaven. She is the one God paid his whole attention to while creating, just for me. I let my hand fall, which was supporting my head, as I just can't hold myself back again. Shifting towards her, I let my hands wrap around her shoulders while I let my face drawn on her hair. Sniffing the sweet scent of strawberry. I felt her body tense up as I put my chin on her shoulder, looking at her copy. Her hold on the pen tightened like trying to control herself. Well, good for her, the early she learns to not resist me, the better. Pulling her, I took a deep breath, taking my daily dose. Want help? I asked, rubbing my nose on her shirt. She shook her head as my hand tightened around her waist. I will manage. She uttered in her scared tone. I will use another way to remind you next time. I pecked her cheek as she shivered from the contact. Still so sensitive, I wonder when she will get used to me. So I can step forward. I know it will be her first, and I don't want her to be scared of my love. She should be craving for it after our first time. Closing my eyes, I calmed my heart. I missed this so much. I missed her smell. I missed her small body, which comes under my embrace perfectly like it is made for me only. I missed how calm my heart is around her. Thank God, Hyung's returned, sparing me some time to have with my baby. Smiling widely, I pecked her shoulder to realize it is covered. An irritated groan left my mouth due to lack of skinship. Opening my eyes, I kissed her neck. Last time I touched her was the day when I forced her to drink that juice. My mark would have faded from her skin. Why shouldn't I just do my work while she is doing hers? I backed away, not wanting to make her cry. My baby is too sensitive from touches. She is too pure for all these things, my innocent baby. I looked at her, still frowning. Maybe she didn't find the mistake till now. I placed my chin on her shoulder while she is flipping the pages. I can see how frustrated she is right now. Unwrapping an arm, I took the copy from her hand, turning a few pages. I knew where she made the mistake. I noticed her making it. What will be the formula for calculating its interest? I said, tapping on the account. I felt her body becoming numb under my hold. Pulling her closer, I started kissing her neck. But she didn't utter a word. Her lack of response somewhat makes me angry as I bite her neck to gain just a flinch. Fast, baby, or do you want me to mark your whole neck? I said while sucking the place where I bit before, but still no response. What is the formula, baby girl? I asked, losing my patience. I don't want to hurt her, but she is making me angry now. I turn her face towards me only to see her face dull while her eyes are brimming with tears. I felt like someone had pricked a knife inside my heart. Removing the grip from her face, I embraced her quickly.
Author POV. An expensive necklace is a grace of your neck until it is loose. The moment you tighten its knot, it becomes a neck noose. The same thing goes with relations. They are the beauty of life until they are loose. The moment you try to control the person, it starts turning towards another direction. Direction which is opposite of love and understanding. Possessiveness and protectiveness are pillars of love. You aren't possessive of someone you don't love. You aren't eager to protect someone you have nothing to do with. But when these emotions overpower your affection and care towards someone, that's when the problem arises. But will Taewang be able to understand this before he kills Yoon by suffocating her from the necklace he thinks increases her beauty, but in reality choking her? What do you all think? Comment your points.